All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into round number 9 of the 2019 RFGP Gaming Grand Prix Championship in MX Simulator. My name is Kellen Brower here for Start Your Systems TV, bringing you action in the 450 division, the MX1 class here at Lommel, the RFGP of Belgium coming up next. And we're about to get racing action underway here shortly. Before we do, of course, we want to very quickly, as fast as we can before it starts, check in with our championship standings with 2 rounds left to go. Adam Holm holds a mere 9-point lead over Alexis Leclerc in this championship hunt, so it is very close. Jack Haley very far back in 3rd, so he is not going to be a factor coming down the stretch. 80 points down to the leader. Chase Blakely 104 points down, so both of them basically out of this championship. Blakely mathematically eliminated Haley almost. And Whiteley has moved up into 5th ahead of his teammate Jeremy Cohenauer. Tied for 7th is Prokop and Eklund. Wilson and Andrade round out the top 10. Here are the qualifying times coming in tonight, and you'll notice no Alexis Leclerc. So that's going to be kind of a big thing to keep an eye on if the defending champ of a lot of things doesn't show up here tonight to race. Going to be interesting to see what the case is with that and why he chose not to. But with these guys getting lined up and ready to go, they're out there on their parade lap right now. Devin Davis, Jack Haley, Caleb Hall, Kyler Hockey, Gunnar Fugler, Jet Wisdom, Jordan Shaheen, Fernando Andrade, Jeremy Cohenauer, Ian Holm, Sean Klein, Eduardo Simos, Adam Holm, Ethan Parks, Joseph Pilsner, Brandon Holmes, Robert Wilson, Zach Dupuis, Reno Brennan, all out here to play in the sand tonight, have a little bit of fun, and at the end of it, see if, well, maybe, just maybe, we walk out of here with a new champ. What is up, Ian Thompson? How are you doing tonight, dude? Hopefully you and everybody here still live watching with us is going to have a great time watching. See who's going to pick up the Race Tech Whole Shot Award here. Very interesting. No Leclerc tonight, especially with this close, as this championship fight has been all season long. Not sure why the #1 machine was not able to show up here this week, but definitely leaves a big hole on the gate as everybody else gets lined up and set to go. Adam Holm right there with Wilson and Blakely alongside of him. On either side, it's time to drop the gate here in Belgium. Long drive into that first corner. Looks like from the outside, Haley was about to get there, but he gets together with Cohenauer and instead gives it to Holm. Adam Holm picks up the Racetech.com Whole Shot Award. Holm along with Davis out front early on as they worked their way through the rollers down in the back half of the racetrack. Got Kyler Hockey up there as well. Hockey trying to go over the top of Davis, ends up alongside of him as they go bar to bar over the tabletop here in the back. And Hockey's going to carry his speed to the outside. Let's see if he can turn this into the inside. He will. Davis trying to square him back off, but Hockey shuts the door around the outside and picks up that second place position. Oh, and I think Robert Wilson just went down in the background. So everybody trying to settle down early on here. And, oh, big crash in the background again. That may have been Sean Klein going down. Devin Davis going down. Jet Wisdom trying to go through. Donovan up here as well as Sean Smith by the looks of it on the 222. Donovan actually goes around his teammate Davis, and Sean Smith will also go by. Davis just trying to regroup and get some speed carried through this section. He's got Reno Brennan closing up behind him. Brandon Holmes is right here. Will Whiteley and Chase Blakely. So positions going back and forth all across the board as we just bring it down to about complete the first lap here. You know, Brennan looking inside on Davis, but thinks better of it. Holmes is going to try to swing outside and carry his speed. We got Will Whiteley right here as well. And Brandon Holmes around the outside on Brennan. We'll get that move done. Oh man, Brennan crosses over and gets into Whiteley and takes him down. So Cohenauer and Blakely go through. Sean Smith having a peek on Jet. Wisdom is down with Kyler Hockey. 3 different lines. Look at Brandon Holmes on the 148 trying to split the difference. Holmes with a nice inside move, crosses back over and defends the line as Smith was trying to get it back from him. Wisdom, Donovan, Holm just up the road as Holm is not getting away from this grouping early. Everybody's still so close together. Donovan, and now Holmes has moved all the way up into third and is already going after the 251 for second. How about all this action back here though? Wisdom, Smith, Blakely, Cohenauer, Davis, and even Hockey right there in the mix. We got 5-6 guys. You can throw a blanket over them right now with how close this all is. Look at this all on the screen here coming down the mechanics area straight away. So many guys so close together. Blakely and Wisdom appear to be the closest as Sean Smith goes down and takes Cohenauer with him. Fortunately, the 43 machine doesn't also fall off the bike. Unfortunately for Sean Smith, he did. That's going to cost him several positions there. So the worst thing to do on those opening laps here is have a fall-off crash if you're new to Race Factor Gaming competition or MX Simulator racing competition in general. There is no such thing as a full off-the-bike crash in this game. Your arms are always attached to the handlebars. There is no way to change that. So when you do end up crashing, your legs will fall off the bike, and sometimes it'll take anywhere in the range of 8 to 12 seconds for you to be able to sort it out and get back on your machine and going in the right direction. And that is what we call a fall-off crash comparatively to a tip-over of sorts or something that just causes you to lose time. That isn't necessarily a full-fledged crash of any kind. So you hear us, not only myself, but other people call it a fall-off crash quite often. That is what they're talking about. Chase Blakely closed it down here onto Chase Donovan. Battle of the Chases. They're both chasing Brandon Holmes and Adam Holm. Oh, down goes Donovan, so Blakely goes through. Impressive stuff here from Brandon Holmes, who has picked up this game in such a short amount of time. He's gotten really good at it. Finds himself here in second. Take a look at the lap times early on to see where we're at. 55.2 for Holmes, 57.9 for Holmes. 2.6 Blakely, 201.1 Davis, 208.3 Donovan, 159.3 Wilson. Cohenauer was also in the 159s but did a 205.6. Anybody else knocking on the door? 159s, maybe Haley? No, he's having some bad laps out here. Eklund actually just laid down a 59 flat. No one close right now though to the 55.2 of Holm out front, just laying down some heaters. This could be big for Holm though. No Leclerc tonight. pick up a win in the first moto would be some big news for him, because he would extend that championship lead out to a rather insurmountable 34-point lead with just 3 motos left to go, and with the likely possibility that he wraps up the world title with those 2 motos and 1 official round left to go next week, after he probably puts on another strong performance in the second moto. Not there yet, but judging by his pace in this first one, I'd have to imagine it's pretty in the cards that he has a good second one as well. This lap looked pretty good as well. 55.6, so a couple 55s back to back. Holmes is keeping him honest, to say the least. Let's see what he was able to do. A 59.8. So he lost about 4 seconds that lap, but keeping it in the 59s. Wilson running 58s back here. Donovan right in the mix. Blakely. Then we got Cohenauer, Eklund, Davis, Smith, Whiteley. And Kyler Hockey just went down. Jordan Shaheen was also down. And Reno Brennan split the difference and went by both of them. Here comes Ian Holm, Joseph Pilsner, Gunnar Fugler. All carrying just loads of speed and momentum through these rollers. In the 450s, it's just almost unfair, the power advantage that they had comparatively to our 250 F riders earlier on in the evening. These sand rollers are just almost non-existent to these guys with how fast they're able to go. Shout out Buster Boy YZ dropping off the 5 biddies, and of course, shout out to our winner of the evening in the bit drop competition. Z Smith 981 laying down 1,002 bits before we went off air in the 250 class earlier on tonight. So thanks to him, and thanks to everybody who has donated and subscribed tonight. You guys make the SYS Globe continue to go around and bring you guys these awesome streams. Ooh, Jordan Shaheen. Nice save. Sean Smith a little off kilter there as well. Will Whiteley is going to try to take advantage of it. Ooh, Whiteley! That is what happens when you clip your rear tire on a tough block. Just rode the nose, and an absolute lawn dart of a crash right there. Devin Davis, Chase Donovan, Austin Eklund, Sean Smith, all just kind of in a grouping right here. And this is all the way up to 6 right now, is where Smith is occupying that 6th place position. Eklund wants a way through if he can. And right now he's got quite the drive down this straightaway to think about it. Let's see as he gets that triple over and double through the end of the rhythm section. Makes that pass up into 7th. Cohenauer, Blakely, Wilson, Holmes, and Holm up ahead. Adam Holm just went down. Brandon Holmes is going to close this thing right up behind him, down to 3.5 seconds. Actually under 3 seconds now. Battle of the Holmeses out front right now. Sit back and watch what Brandon Holmes is able to do speed-wise in the next lap or so. Holmes looks pretty good and comfortable on the track, but still losing big chunks of time section after section to race leader Adam Holm, who looks like he is almost better in And every section that they go through, plus Pro Plays, goes to the top of the sheets for today. 1,004 bits. Dude, that is so awesome. You are the man. The subscriptions from you tonight, gifting a tier 1 sub as well, and dropping in over 1,000 bits of your own hard-earned bits. Dude, that's so cool, man. I can't thank you enough. Really appreciate the support from you and everybody that continues to watch these streams. Really fun to have a good group of people here every week watching. Hope we're putting on a good show this week as well. And James Lale also dropping in 5 bits. He wants a big AM race every year. Well, normally there's a big Loretta Lynn's race every year that, well, before Devin Davis was put on, and before that, it was the PMS guys, but now I'm not sure what is going to happen. But I do agree with you that there should be a big amateur race like the Block Pound was before, or something along those lines. A lot of fun seeing the amateur guys get after it. Here's a battle brewing here between Robert Wilson, Chase Blakely, and Jeremy Cohenauer. A couple of savvy veterans. These guys have all been around a little while at this point. Have to imagine the racing between the three is going to be respectful and clean, given all their reputations as well. Ooh, a little jumping out of the line there for everybody, trying to avoid the down lapper. Didn't quite get a number on that one. Oh, and Cohenauer goes down. So he's going to lose touch with this group now. As Wilson tries to set sail at the front of this group, as he is still in third. And actually, he's closed it down on Brandon Holmes, so Brandon Holmes now under attack for second. Robert Wilson will go on board with him. You can see Holmes is right up in front of him now. Basically about a second in between them. Kind of almost have to wonder, oh, as Brandon Holmes is off the track and he's going to lose that spot to Robert Wilson. I was just about to say, have to wonder if the intensity picked up once they saw Brandon Holmes was coming into the mix here. Almost seemed like Wilson and Blakely kind of upped their program a little bit once they saw that Holmes was closing the gap down between themselves and this man who was in second has now dropped back to third. In danger of losing third. Around the outside goes Blakely, trying to carry some speed into the next corner, but Holmes gets the power back down nicely. Maintains that position, but not for long. Down he goes. Big off right there for the 148. It's going to be devastating for him. I'm sure he would have liked to stay with that group a little bit longer. Learn from their lines if he could. Whoa, James Lale dropping a big bit wall there, 1 bit at a time for 45 total bits. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Always love the support and making things a little bit more feisty by not just dropping in 45 even bits. You have to drop in 1 bit 45 times. Out front, still Adam Holm leading though. It's a little over 16 minutes into this thing, and he is starting to put on cruise control as no real immediate pressure from behind. Robert Wilson, Chase Blakely continue to dispute second. Brandon Holmes back here in fourth, just ahead of Jeremy Cohenauer. Chase Donovan, Devin Davis, Sean Smith pretty close together. Will Whiteley and Jack Haley back here. Haley, who's always fast, but kind of is one of those guys that as long as he gets a good start, he can always run with everybody, but a bad start is really detrimental to the 57. And a lot like the man who wore that 57 so proudly before him, Blake Baggett. Late moto charges are kind of Haley's forte, so he does always end up in a pretty decent position. Jack Haley looking for a move on Davis as he pulls alongside. Nearly bar to bar, dropping down the hill here. And Haley moves around him for the position, but Davis not done fighting back. But at least for now, it'll be Haley that secures that position. And in fact, Davis actually went down, so that was a big loss in track position for Davis. Didn't lose many positions, only lost one spot to Sean Smith, but he lost a lot of ground to the man whom he was battling before, Jack Haley. And Will Whiteley just up ahead of him. So Haley obviously wants to set sail after him. Let's go on board with the man who just laid down a 57.2, creeping into the second half of this race. So obviously he is feeling nice and comfortable with the track development at this point. It's getting rougher, it's getting more up his alley. Now Haley gets around Whiteley, so those two have changed positions. Donovan up the road pretty far now. Holmes kind of all by himself, and Kohenauer, Blakely, and Wilson are close together. Wilson goes down just as we moved up to these positions, and now Kohenauer trying to fly up onto the back of Blakely. Dropping down underneath the 157 banners. It's so close between these two, going through the middle parts of the racetrack towards the finish line jump. Getting as much as they can out of these 450s by launching 2-3 bumps to flat, basically. And here they come down by the mechanics area. Just about to creep up on that 20-minute mark. Of course, Adam Holm kind of man controlling the time at the moment, depending on how much time we'll have left when we get to that 30-minute mark before the 2-lap board will come out. Ooh, Kohenauer right there behind Blakely, looking for his opportunity to present itself. If he gets a chance, he will jump at it, no questions asked. Blakely always so good under pressure, though, just nerves of steel. Remains calm. And at this point, Whiteley cracked a little bit now. He's ended up pretty far back. Or I should say Kohenauer. Whiteley would be his teammate, of course, who we just saw battling with Jack Haley a couple moments ago. Now Kohenauer actually lands off the racetrack, trying to not get ran into by Gunnar Fugler, who's a lap down. Holmes, Wilson, Whiteley, Haley, and then Sean Smith with Chase Donovan. So these guys are all pretty close together. Mistake there from Donovan. Actually, he's trying to get around Haley, who is down. Haley just got plowed over by, I think that may have been Kyler Hockey. Devin Davis back here behind Eklund, Reno Brennan, Ethan Parks, Sean Klein, Reed Young, Gunnar Fugler, Fernando Andrade, Ian Holm still circulating, Jordan Shaheen, Caleb Hall, Zach Dupuis, Kyle Hockey well back but still out there trying. Always nice to see, even if you're having a bad race. Of course, all these guys that are racing here paid for this series to race in it, so get your money's worth. Come out here and spin laps. We saw earlier a rider that disconnected halfway through the 250 moto and didn't come back for the second 250 moto. Seems almost like a waste of money to do that, but obviously I understand frustration sometimes. Adam Holm is out front a cruising. Oh, down he goes though. No real pressure from behind though, so he's able to remount, continue going. His teammate Cohenauer has moved up into second. Blakely's still trying to give chase in third. Holmes in fourth, going around some lap traffic there, and Wilson still in fifth. Robert Wilson has been sneakily running some good lap times here. Oh, little. Gotta watch out there for Gunnar Fugler going all around the racetrack. And Wilson trying to go after. Oh, Brandon Holmes just up the road. Look at the speed he's able to carry there in the flat. Launch out to that third bump. Get right up behind the 148 here. Just trying some different techniques through these sections to carry some speed. Now down to the inside, goes right back by him. Up into fourth. Nothing Holmes could do there. In fact, lost a little bit of ground by high centering on the rut, it seems. So it's Cohenauer, Wilson, Holmes, Whiteley, Haley, Smith, who just went down, Donovan, who will not get to him, Devin Davis, Austin Eklund. Eklund a little out of shape there, but a nice save nonetheless. Reno Brennan, Ethan Parks, Gunnar Fugler. Take a look at this Brennan Parks battle brewing here. Nice little close one. Fine battles all the way through the field in Race Factor Gaming competition. All you gotta do is sometimes go to someone you wouldn't expect to be in a deep heated battle and stick with them for a minute or two and they'll find a way. Very rare that you just have real long, lonely motos in this game. It happens, I promise, but few and far between. You usually end up in the same vicinity of someone eventually, and oftentimes you end up just battling that same person. Whether you're moving forward or backwards, it's the same person a lot of the time. But honestly, in my career racing this game, I always felt like myself and Devin Davis would end up on the same patch of racetrack a lot. Holm coming through, 25 minutes and some change into this one, so really has this thing pretty well locked up, and a victory in this race, as we mentioned, will extend his championship lead to 34 points. Only needs to leave with a 50-point advantage or better. Looking very, very likely that he will pick up this championship here tonight. And Holm just making it look so effortless every time. Just carrying his speed in and out of the corners, hopping over the bumps like it's nothing. Suspension clearly dialed. He's got that bike working well. And right now it just seems like the 27 has got flow that is working, and that's good for him because, especially with no Leclerc tonight, gonna kind of boost Holmes' confidence in the outdoor championship that he is trying to take down Leclerc in. Take a look at lap times now, 27 minutes into the moto. Holmes still putting down 55 ones and has got the race lead out to almost a minute. And he's going around, what, Ian Holm, I think he just lapped, and someone else maybe on a Suzuki, I think, swung wide there. So who is he lapped up to now? He just lapped Will Whiteley, his teammate, who's running in 6th. Not completely out of the realm of possibility. Holm gets up to lapping up to top 5. Just incredible stuff. Take a look back and see Robert Wilson has kind of closed this thing down a little bit more on Brandon Holmes. Kind of a yo-yo effect. Wilson makes the pass. Wilson goes down. Holmes goes back through. Wilson catches back up, makes the pass. Kind of been what's been going on here most of the race. And with time coming down to the end here, it's getting a crunch time. Holmes trying to make it a Honda sweep on the podium here in race 1, and he would be the top finishing privateer as well as it stands. And Wilson giving everything he can send the way of the 148 machine ahead, just to rattle his cage a little bit. Make him realize that he's still back there and just think about it. Maybe push him into a mistake, or at the very least slow his pace down so that you have an opportunity to get to him. And actually this has turned into a 3-way fight for second. Kohenauer has crashed his way back to this group, and all these guys are going for that second place position. Wilson jumps into the back of Holmes and goes down, so Holmes loops out mid straightaway and goes down himself. And he's in a very precarious spot there, so Robert Wilson is actually going to pass him as Holmes gets going. And Wilson now 10 seconds adrift of Kohenauer. And Chase Blakely back here. Saw Will Whiteley's already gone a lap down, and Holm probably going to get to that grouping as well. And judging by the time on the clock, he did not cross the line when time was already expired, so we currently have 3 laps to go. Well, a little under 3 laps to go, I should say, as Holm has already kind of worked his way around about half of the racetrack. "74-second lead. This is pretty legendary stuff, especially when it comes down to the fact that he pretty likely is going to wrap up a title here tonight. To still go out and dominate at this stature is quite impressive. And as mentioned, I think at this point, I think he's just trying to carry as much confidence into the Race Factor Gaming National Series as he can, week in and week out. But this is a good practice, though. The tracks get rough and more developed, like he should be expecting in those outdoor national races. Everybody is putting it down, really. So 2-lap board has gone out now. Holm, as time has expired. Whoa, Moto Agogo dropping by, gifting 5 tier 1 subs Incredible stuff. And Moto Go, thank you, my dearest friend. Adam Holm is so excited with all your gifted subs that he has crashed his way out of this race. Rest in peace, Adam Holm. Nice knowing you. But dude, that is so awesome. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you're having a wonderful night yourself, but also welcome to the SYS VIP Lounge. MX Holmes, Bubba Scrubs, Magic Alligator, 238 Slowboy, and K-Bean or Cabine TV. Don't thank me. Thank Moto Go and the legend that he is for being so awesome of a person that he drops by and just makes other people's streams even that much better just with his presence alone. But then he does cool stuff like this. It is so cool. Look at all the stars in chat now. Maybe we just need a giant fat wall out of all the subs. A wall of fat. Aw, Moto Goga, you're too kind. So nice. Yeah, I'm serious, guys. You will not find a nicer person in this community, let alone maybe even on this planet, than Moto Go. Sheer joy that emits from the beard. It's like the, you know, everybody says like fear the beard when someone has a nice big beard. It's like, how can you fear Moto Go? You have to like cheer the beard with that guy. Time Moto X53 wants to know, where was I for Millville last week? All last week I was in Austria, so I was not available to stream. Probably gonna do like a quick highlight show or something to recap the racing last week. I don't think I'm gonna have the time, unfortunately, to go around and do a full recast or anything like that. Wish I did, but I don't think I will. So Holmes got this thing almost completely locked down. He has lapped Brandon Holmes now. He's almost gonna lap Chase Blakely. He's getting pretty close to him. But yeah, Holmes is making it look way too easy. Big gaps. 77-second lead, extended out to 82 now. Just carrying so much speed, looking like a man possessed here in Belgium today, and he may well be on the way to winning his first ever world championship. Adam Holm wins race 1 here at Lommel. Now extends his championship lead out to 34, as mentioned. His teammate Jeremy Konauer looks like he'll end up second. Wilson may end up third. And yes, Blakely did get lapped. So Adam Holm lapped up to the entire podium finishing positions. Konauer just went down, and I thought that may allow Wilson to close in a little bit, but Wilson also went down. So our podium is pretty much decided at this point. Brandon Holmes, unbelievable top 5 finish right there for the 148. Will Whiteley looks like he's going to pick up 6th here. Seventh for Sean Smith, who has very quietly had pretty career year. And it seems like it only gets better and better from week in, week out for Mr. Smith. 8th for Davis. He's going to cross the line there. Couple seconds adrift of the 222. Eklund looks like he's got 9th wrapped up. 10th should be Brennan, and 11th should be Donovan. Then 2 laps down was P12 Ethan Parks, Reed Young, Sean Klein, Caleb Hall, Andrade, Gunnar Fugler. I'm sorry. No, Gunnar Fugler. Then Ian Holm was 3 laps down, and he finished in 18th, 19th for Hockey, 20th for Dupuis. Haley did not get any points in this one. So now we're just waiting for the last of our runners to come through, and then we'll get cuts to tell us who was the big cheater in this moto.
It's only a game. Why are you getting
Oh, Yogi944 has resubscribed. Welcome back to the SYS VIP Club. Austin freaking Bear, he said he tried his best for me tonight. That is all I can ask for, my dear friend. You did a fabulous job as always, and I appreciate your subscription to the channel, making the world go round, one sub at a time. Looking forward to seeing what you do this week as well at the old Schugels, Mr. Austin Bear. Alright, cuts are in, and let's see, anybody change a position? Not inside of our top 10. Outside of the top 10, looks like Sean Klein got a spot on Reed Young. Hall, Andrade, Fugler, Holm, Hockey, Dupuis. No, that stayed the same. All right, well, that has been race 1 in the 450 division here at Lommel. Now we got a 5-minute break coming up. I am freaking exhausted. I'm severely jet lagged right now. I actually took a little 5-minute power nap in between the streams. So my energy levels are a little bit down, but I'll still take any questions. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask myself, or I guess really anybody else that's hanging out in chat right now, do so and we'd be happy to discuss. Whew, man, I'm quite terrible at this game, I'll tell you that much. K-Dub transfer somewhere. Goodness gracious, where could I even hit one? I got something I could try. Probably won't work. Actually, let's see if the lip on this will work. Maybe. I feel like I'm gonna hit that too fast. We'll try it. Nope, thought I was gonna go further. That was dumb. Let's see. Halfway through the season, what's your predictions for Lucas Oil, for motocross? I'm Broken Boner, I changed my name. Yeah, it's Tomac and Cianciarulo, I think. Every time Tomac has a bad race or something like that, Marvin doesn't capitalize. And every time it seems like someone other than Cianciarulo is on a roll, Cianciarulo has a dominating weekend, and we're right back to square one. I just, with so few races left in the season, I don't think that anything is going to change drastically at this point. I mean, if it does, I guess I wouldn't be super shocked at this point. Either way, whether Tomac kind of blows it or Cianciarulo kind of blows it, but they both are so comfortably out front, it seems that yeah, it's their kind of championships to lose, I think. What do I think about the K-Rock arm pump problem? I mean, like fitness-wise, I think that Kenny is still lacking a little bit just from the antibiotic problem that he had indoors with the Lyme burns and stuff like that. The arm pump thing, it's just, he's always going to have arm pump. His arms are always going to be like 50 to 80%. They're never going to be 100%. His right arm is still going to always be a little bit better than his left arm, so he compensates. And I think that he gets into a situation when he does pump up, then he compensates by using too much of his right arm and not enough of his left because it's not as strong, and it makes it 1,000 times worse. I've never been as fast as Kenny, but I've been in situations before where I compensate with one arm more than the other, and it always makes it much, much worse. So I don't think he'll ever get over it, unfortunately. And yes, Juma Forever, I did test out MXGP 2019. I got about an hour and a half of gameplay session on it. Tried a lot of different things out, just trying to almost like break the game and feel different things out in it. But I'll have a lot more thoughts and opinions on a video that I have coming out later this week. Like I said, super jet lag still, so I freaking came home from work today and I was exhausted. Got just enough time to stream, and then yeah, I'm exhausted again. Like I'm barely awake right now, I feel. All right, MXGP Race 2 coming up. These guys about to hit the track for the final time, and perhaps a world championship is on the line. Adam Holm, 34 points clear of Leclerc. If he can leave here 50 points or more clear of Leclerc, he is going to be your 2019 RFGP world champion with 1 round left to go. We'll see if he can do it right here, right now. These guys are lined up on the gate, set to go. Adam Holm right in the middle of your screen again. Gate about to drop, and we are underway in Belgium. Final race of the night. Holm a pretty good jump. Kohenauer a better one this time, and he might control it to the first corner. Well, let's see. Devin Davis sending it down the inside. Block passes him, and they both go down. Racetech.com whole shot award. Brandon Holmes comes out first. So Holmes leading the way from Donovan, Sean Smith, Chase Blakely. Adam Holm up here, Robert Wilson. So at the very least, it is not Holm with the early lead trying to get away. Everybody else is kind of mixed up ahead of him that was right at the front in the first moto as well. And Holmes was really fast early on in the first moto as well, so let's see what he's able to do with a good start here. Donovan, Blakely, Smith, Holm, Parks, Hall, Whiteley, Bugler, Kohenauer, Davis, Shaheen, Young, Wilson, Dupuis, Klein, Hockey, Andrade, Brennan, Holm, Eklund, and myself in warm-up. Frantic action going on out front. A couple guys getting together in the U-turn before the mechanics area. Holmes trying to just lead the first lap of the race, and he will get so over the line. Brandon Holmes leading here in Belgium. Triple double. Good speed carried through there, but Holmes looking a little bit smoother early on. And obviously when you win a race by over 70 seconds in the first one, have to imagine it won't be very long here before Holm tries to go to the front and goes 1-1 today to really put a big stamp of authority on this world championship he is about to win with no Leclerc leaving the gate. Basically, Holm just needs to score 16 points, which is basically finishing 5th or better. He is going to then be crowned your 2019 World Grand Prix champion. Holmes is gonna fight for everything he's worth though and see how long he can hold on to this position. Holmes lurking back there, applying the pressure. Gotta be a nerve-wracking situation here for Holmes, who, although it looks like he is always riding pretty relaxed and comfortable, it's still a new territory for him leading these races. And it is tough to get the nerves settled down when you get to the front like this. So Holmes applying the pressure. Holmes makes a mistake, and Adam Holmes goes to the lead. Just like that. The position swap, and before the second lap of the race is over, our new leader is Adam Holmes, who is not going to quite get the old Grand Slam done here, which is fastest qualifier, whole shot, and lead, start to finish both races, but he is going to get damn near close this week, as long as he stays out front in this one, which I feel like is not going to be much of a problem for the man who is basically the only one close to running 155s, let alone doing it multiple times. Blakely back here in third, Whiteley is fourth, Smith is fifth, Parks is sixth, seventh Donovan, eighth Dupuis, ninth Eklund, and 10th Fugler. Close battle here between Eklund, Dupuis, Donovan just up the road a bit. '67 of Austin Eklund applying tons of pressure to the 2013 Outdoor National Champion Zach Dupuis on the 71. We trying everything he can to hold off the attacks here. Nice job putting his bike where it needs to be. And Eklund not able to do anything just yet there with the 71. Oh, but a mistake from Dupuis allows Eklund to go through, but then he jumps right off the racetrack, so Dupuis goes back by. And Eklund maybe kicking himself a little bit there that he had the opportunity, the door had swung open, got a little overzealous and just jumped off the racetrack. Oh, and now down goes Ethan Parks, which was Dupuis' teammate on the deck. And oh, a little mistake from Dupuis, he swings wide. Eklund's trying to take advantage of it and will make that pass stick this time. Gonna try to set sail after our front group now, which includes Sean Smith, Blakely, Whiteley, Holmes, and Holm. Eklund has gone down, so just as quickly as he made that pass, he hits the deck. Andrade and Parks go flying by. Kohenauer swinging around the outside here of Shaheen. And Donovan and Reed Young coming through in the mix. Let's go on board with Donovan and see what this is like, watching this battle unfold in front of him. So many guys so close together. .212 flat for Donovan last time by, which was most likely a crash of some kind to run that lap time. Oh, Donovan goes down. Whoa, somebody flipped over top of him there. Not sure who that was, but a nice save. Kohenauer! Oh, whoa, Kohenauer with a barrel roll off of Parks. What a beautiful save there for him, as Andrade absolutely crossed and got Parks and took him down there. So everybody's flipping all over the place here. Pretty epic stuff there out of Kohenauer. Kind of just lucky, but still kind of funny how that worked out. And now Whiteley going after Sean Smith up the road as well. This is for fourth. '58 machine trying to triple through this section. Just can't quite get a nose yet on the 222 yet. Trying everything he can think of though. Well, how about just a bulldog move down the inside? Well, that'll work. Nothing like the that was easy button from Staples when you need it. Let's take a look at this quick clip though. Look at what just happened right here. So this is it's coming down a couple corners after that crash that just happened, and you can see what happens here. Andrade swings from the outside. It's going to cut across to the inside. Oh, nope, we're not going to be able to see it, but this is actually Donovan's crash. And then look at someone hopping over top of him right there. Who was that actually? Did a nice 360. Go back into racing action and find out who that was. I have their skins. They're on a KTM. Perhaps Jordan Shaheen would be my guess. Ethan Parks was down again. I thought the same thing, that it may have been a Prestige World Wide Rider, but I don't have Shaheen's gear, which is red and white, whereas Reed Young's gear, who is up the road, is white and orange. It's like vibrant. Like you can definitely see it. I feel like in the clip it wasn't as noticeable, the gear. So maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, 85, that would be, I think, Jordan Shaheen on the 85. Look at Klein sneaking down the inside. He's rocking some old stuff here for Evergood, but then crosses over and gets into Andrade, and they both go down. Davis squeaks through. So resetting things for just a moment, it is home from Holmes. Blakely up to third, Sean Smith is fourth. Whiteley in fifth, Dupuis is up to sixth. Seventh is Reed Young, eighth Davis, ninth Cohenauer, 10th Shaheen. 11th is about to be Andrade. 12th is Klein, 13th Eklund, 14th Brennan, 15th Wilson, 16th Parks, 17th for Donovan, 18th for Hall, 19th for Hockey, 20th for Fugler, Ian Holm 21st, and myself on the gate. So everybody's still circulating that started this moto, at least. Obviously turn out down a little bit late in the series. Ooh, so many guys getting together right there. Battle for second is the one to watch right now, though. Chase Blakely trying to close it up on Brandon Holmes. Oh, it's a little bit of a slow race exiting this corner. See, Blakely tries to get just down the inside, thought of it, but backed out of the challenge there. Up over the finish line jump. And both of them funnel that middle rut. Now, Holmes trying to carry speed around the outside to keep the position. All the while, Blakely down the inside is trying to get to the line, but wow, what a power move there. Brandon Holmes keeps it on and maintains that position. Blakely trying to fight back down the inside, not able to make anything happen there. And they continue to go back and forth, kind of checking each other out of the corner in the back there. On board with Blakely. Actually, he just got around Holmes, who was off the racetrack. Didn't even see Holmes down. He was so far off the side of the track. Sean Smith, Whiteley, Dupuis, Young, Cohenauer. Good battle to watch here with Cohenauer closing up on Young. The Canadian rider Reed Young trying to hold off his positions though. Little off track right there doesn't help. Cohenauer is lurking in the background. All right, so let's kind of settle things down just a little bit again. Devin Davis, Cohenauer, Reed Young still close together. Will Whiteley, Zach Dupuis, Sean Smith, Holmes, Blakely, and Holm. And Holm right now is putting so much time on everybody again. It is insane. 32-second lead, not yet halfway through the race. Still running mid-50s, 57 flat, has a 53.7 as his best lap. Really just putting down qualifying laps, lap after lap, which a lot of these big top pro guys can kind of do. They can just get into these zones as long as they aren't severely interrupted. They can just put in strong rides. Saw this kind of performance a lot from Tyson back in 2012, 2013, Tyson Fresquez, that is, where it's just like, it didn't matter if you started last, it didn't matter if you started first, it didn't matter if you started on the moon. He's gonna find a way to win the moto by a lot, because it was just clicking so well for him. Every little thing he did, every bump he hit. It's the same thing going for Holm today. Everything is just working so smoothly. Suspension looks dialed. Already opened up a big lead. Whoa! Brandon Holmes flipping into your living room here. And he is actually going to lose his spot to Sean Smith, who moves up into third. Not a whole lot of battling going on through the field right now. Everybody's fairly evenly spread apart, I would say. There's Jordan Shaheen, kind of somewhat close to Sean Klein. Maybe our next closest battle on the racetrack at the moment. Reno Brennan now actually has Jordan Shaheen right behind him, so it's Shaheen who's the one that's lost the ground here of late. Everybody's moving forward. He's the one headed backwards. At least that's what it kind of seems like. Obviously, he's going to regroup and go back after the men in front of him. Ian Holm is going to keep chasing from behind and hope those accidents continue. Caleb Hall just went down by himself. Andrade goes through. Kyler Hockey trying to defend from Dunavant. Dunavant's used the inside here nicely. Blocks off the inside in the next corner and takes that position away. And also coming into the mix is Ethan Parks on the 82. Parks having a peek down the inside. So Hockey has to back out of the challenge and Parks goes through. All this battling going on right here. Deep in the field. So you can always see battling going on everywhere you look. Even though there's not a lot of hot action going on up front, you can still find places to find good racing. Speaking of hot action up front, battle for third brewing a little bit here. Brandon Holmes has an earful of Will Whiteley. Now, which one of these two men want it more is the real question. Creeping up on about 12, a little under 12 minutes and 2 laps to go in this race number 2 at Lommel. And championship, as mentioned, winding down. Adam Holm has got this thing pretty much wrapped up. Nothing official till the race is completely over with disqualifications or anything along those lines. But as it runs with Holm so far out in front, I see it being anything but a disaster keeping him from finishing inside of the top 5 of this race. What lap times is he running? 54.7. This deep in the moto too. I know sometimes the track has a tendency to get a little bit better as the race moves on, but this is already pretty far in. I guess less riders, maybe it doesn't chew up as bad. Oh, Holm has gone down. Perhaps pushing a touch too much. Doesn't really matter though. How about this battle for third continuing to ensue? Holmes and Whiteley are not done fighting for it. And now Holmes goes off the track there. Whiteley goes back by. Methinks this battle is not quite done yet though. Racing will continue to commence between these two, I think. Especially when, Whiteley just goes off the racetrack like that at the end of the mechanic straight, and Holmes just has a freebie to go back by. I think that racing will continue happening quite a bit if that is what happens the second someone goes in front of the other. They just hop right off the racetrack. While we're at it, might as well do a really quick top 20 rundown since there are basically 20 guys on the track in this moto. And why the heck not? Let's make this by twitch.tv/atom. If you're new to watching these broadcasts, that is where this man right here, Adam Holm, does his daily broadcast of him racing in sim. So right now he's actually streaming his perspective of this race. And you can always go check it out. Not sure how much he talks. I haven't really paid that much attention in a couple years, but know that he used to talk a little bit during the races. Maybe now that it's gotten a little bit more serious, he's toned it down a bit. Either way, it's really cool to go check out and see from a pro's perspective what it's like to, well, I guess in this case, just dominate the field. But in other cases, have really good battles and recover from maybe a bad start and have to come through the field. Whichever it is, really fun stuff to watch. And check it out, twitch.tv/atom. So, Adam Holm continuing to lead here at the RFGP of Belgium in Lommel, on his way to the 2019 RFGP Championship. Second right now is Chase Blakely on the 16 BPC machine. Holding it down strong, kind of really just by himself. No pressure immediately from behind. Jeremy Cohenauer sits third for MV Films on the 43. He's somewhat close to Blakely, but somewhat close in this rate is really about 10.5 seconds. So fall off crash range, sort of. but need a big one from Blakely for that probably to happen. Then we got Will Whiteley holding down 4th, the other MV Films rider. So 3 of the top 4 riders are on MV Films equipment. On 0 equipment back here though, Brandon Holmes, privateer life in it. Cruising along. Sean Smith running in 6th for Barak Co. 222. Again, kind of by himself. Same for Zach Dupuis on the SYS FamMX Designs machine on the 71. 7th. 8th for Sean Klein. The ever good number 10, but he's used the number 96. I think is Charles Gable, his old teammate that he's running out there. 9th is Eklund, who just crashed again. So he may lose that position. Here comes Brennan and Davis. Do they see him or know he's there? Just in time, it seems. So let's actually stick with this battle between Brennan and Davis for just a quick second as they continue disputing this spot. Davis selected not to go for the big triple. Kind of worked out evenly at the end though. Golly. Oh, Davis finally pushes the envelope a little too far, and then Eklund, not sure if he arrived at the scene too fast or maybe had his eyes looking in a different direction, but he just plowed right into Davis there. All right, let us continue now. P9 belongs to Reno Brennan of the Wildside Designs, number 89, and 10th is Devin Davis, his DX3 number 32. 11th for Austin Eklund on the 67 Trans Moto machine. 12th for Reed Young on the number 30 Prestige Worldwide team. Andrade holds down 13th. Number 74 Power Dream machine. 14th for Ian Holm of Whipstyle on the 784. 15th is Caleb Hall for MadeStickers.com. I think he is also on 144. And then 15th, I think I was on Robert Wilson, the active code number 56. 16th, Chase Donovan, the DX3 number 251. 17th, Kyle Hockey, H&W. Gunnar Fugler behind him. Jordan Shaheen is out of this one, as is Ethan Parks, and I am sitting on the gate, so that's everybody that's in this race. And with about a little over 4 minutes and a couple laps left to go, Adam Holm licking his chops, thinking about what he's going to do with his World Championship. Going to put that on the old job resume. Chase Blakely, Cohenauer, Whiteley, Holmes, Dupuis, Smith, Klein, Young, Brennan, Davis. So Davis and Eklund continuing to battle is really the first close battle on the racetrack. Oh man, I thought Eklund might have a line right there. Oh, Davis. Oh, I thought he got kicked from the top block there a little bit, but a nice job of corralling it back and not letting it get too far away. Now, oh, I thought he was going long there too. Cameras always deceive, I feel. You have to be either following or on board with the rider to see exactly where they're going. Davis trying to have a peek. Well, actually, this is Blakely lapping him, so that is not who he's trying to have a peek on. He's trying to go around or stay with Blakely to go after Reno Brennan. Look at this up here, though. Holm, and then Blakely is himself very deep into lap traffic, as we just saw him going around Davis there. And Davis occupies 10th, Blakely lapping him from 2nd. Which means Holm is so far out in front, it's not even funny. 47 seconds and 42 seconds back to Whiteley. Kohenauer on 2.9 seconds back. Brandon Holmes goes down again. Doesn't seem like Sean Smith will get there, especially with that crash. So it's a battle of survival here late in this one. 2 minutes, 2 laps to go. Lots of crashing going on all over the place. So whoever's going to stay up the longest and make the most of it, these last couple minutes coming up. Adam Holm just have to imagine is on cruise control out front, turned on autopilot about halfway through this race. And it's just going through the motions at this point. Always have to have the occasional crash to make it look like it's real. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure Holm is still putting in the same effort he was before. I know he likes putting in hot laps, especially for his stream viewers. Doesn't like to just putt around and get a good finish. That was my mantra. Don't somehow believe that it's most of the modern day mantras. I think you have to be wide open all the time to be considered as a front runner. So Holm checks in 29 minutes in. That looks like it should be about 3 laps to go then for him. Blakely just went down in 2nd, and he is, oh, he's way back there. So Whiteley, dang, Whiteley, Kohenauer, well, Holmes has been lapped. And Holm maybe is going to get to Kohenauer or Whiteley, which would be, jeez. Oh, and Whiteley goes down. So Kohenauer squeaks away from his teammate. One less person for him to deal with at the moment. Chase Blakely is pulling off the side of the racetrack. Maybe, I believe he may have just done a setup change. And Devin Davis is not having fun. Apparently Chase Blakely isn't either. Although maybe he's just being sarcastic and saying the track really is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I think for this series, though, lacking some of the star power hurts it. It's still not really much battling going on through the field. We've crested the 30-minute mark, so 2-lap board coming out. Let's see. Holmes coming down to the line. So 2-lap board about to go out here. Just putting the final touches on a masterpiece today is Adam Holm. And about to officially close the book on this championship season as well. 1 round still left to go next week, but yeah, Holm has got this thing wrapped up nice and tight in a delectable little present. So Whiteley now goes a lap down from his teammate. As mentioned, Whiteley runs in 4th, so I mean, Holm is just lapping so deep into the field, it's not even funny at this point. And not completely out of the realm of possibility he gets his teammate Kohenauer, who's in 3rd, and puts him a lap down. Might need a little bit of help. Nothing really going on though. Reno Brennan kind of closing up on Dupuis here. Looks to be reasonably interesting, I would say. 1-lap board Gonna go out next time by for home as is, so time really winding down for anybody to do anything kind of drastic, I would say. Whoa, Brennan! Nice save. Man, that little double coming back onto the start straight seems to be catching people out. Not sure what it is about that jump in particular that does that. Sean Smith laying on the ground here trying to get going. Oh, Zach Dupuis has gone down. Reno Brennan goes by. That was, no, just Reno Brennan. Eklund and Siebold, or I should say Reed Young on Siebold's bike. Playing a bit of a mind game on me there. So Reed Young trying to give the business here to Eklund late in this one. Hopping down the inside and launching! Nice landing! A little bit of a flick side by side, but Eklund's trying to shut the door. Reed Young wanted no part of it, but in the end it was his tire that was behind, and it's never going to work going into a corner side by side with someone who's a little bit in front of you. Oh, now Dupuis is going down. He should hold that position. I don't think Eklund is going to get there in time. So Brennan, Klein, Sean Smith. Oh man, just commentator's curse right there. Just as I switch to him, he goes down. Seeming to be the theme today. A lot of people crashing every time I go to them, but maybe it just is making the dynamic a little bit more interesting. And look at this. Actually, Kohenauer did get lapped by his teammate at home, so one lap left. Or less to do for the 43. It's kind of funny how that worked out. Adam Holm is going to lap all the way up to Blakely. That's incredible. But that's just the kind of day Adam Holm is having. And that's just kind of the year that Adam Holm is having. He's going to come down. He's not only going to win the Belgian Grand Prix, he's going to win the 2019 RFGP World Championship. Adam Holm on top of the world, on top of the podium in Belgium. Celebrates here with a wheelie in front of the crowd. Doesn't get much more better than that, I'll tell you that much. Doesn't even have to worry next week. Doesn't even have to stress. Just has the championship locked up and gets to have a fun final Grand Prix if he wishes. Chase Blakely is going to finish this one in second, well behind, but the only other man on the lead lap, so I would say that what he's done here is actually kind of a win considering. Kohenauer ends up third, fourth for Whiteley. Brandon Holmes has got fifth, pretty much locked up as well. And Sean Klein, a better moto this time out as well, is going to get sixth. Sean Smith looks like he's got seventh, and Brennan trying to let Blakely go. Right, well, Blakely's just kind of farting around because he knows he's got second, so he's taking advantage of the other riders still out there putting laps down. But as mentioned, Brennan trying to come to the line here. So it was Klein, Smith, now waiting for Brennan, Eklund, Dupuis trying to hold off Reed Young. This is actually a tight little battle. Oh, Dupuis down. Got a kicker off the face. And he will definitely end up 11th. Not going to go any better than that. Ian Holm was 12th. 13th for Devin Davis, 14th Hockey, 15th Donovan, 16th Wilson, 17th Hall, 18th Andrade, 19th Fugler, and 20th was Shaheen. That was the only guys that started this moto. And we are still going to keep on waiting on cuts. But unofficially, Holm wins the Grand Prix and the championship in the same night, right by his banners that we talked about earlier today, giving us that top 20 rundown. Adam Holm looks like confirmed is your champion. Blakely, Kohenauer wrap out the podium. Whiteley, Holmes, Klein, Smith, Brennan, Eklund, and Reed Young got passed by Zach Dupuis, who ends up 10th. So that'll do it for us here at the RFGP of Belgium at Lommel. Great racing tonight as always. Fun to bring you guys the action. Thanks everybody who donated and subscribed. You guys are the bomb. And I guess we shall see you on Wednesday night for the Washougal National coming up this week. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys then. So long for now.